What's up, y'all, man? It's your boy Quick. Back talk to y'all for another time, man. I'm just ready to tell y'all some few things, man. Like I said, this is that life after the feds, man. About getting out of prison, the things you go through, the things you deal with sometimes. As y'all can see, man, last time I ain't had all this. I had a little altercation with somebody. Um, they got me at first, you feel me? I ain't gonna lie, hit me with the bucket, whatever. Got his ass whooped for it, but I mean, that is what it is, but as far as I'm concerned, I lost. I'm the one scarred up bad. I feel like I'm scarred up worse, but we definitely caught that wreck, man. But it's just a dumb situation, man. Not gonna go into it. I don't do the police thing. Like I said, we done this before, man. It's street life stuff, man, but nigga trying to do different things, and that's why I'm talking to y'all. I'm using y'all as therapy right now. Talking to this camera, talking to y'all, trying to get y'all to understand what I'm going through in my life after federal prison may help somebody else not go to prison. And like I said, eventually we're gonna try to get the record label popping and doing other things like that, moving out, let y'all meet some of the homies and this and that, man. But right now I'm using this as therapy to talk to y'all, man, to help y'all understand who I am, where I come from, and what I'm about. Um, with that being said, let's go ahead and get into it, man. Like I said, man, life after prison is not easy. I'm hoping, that I get another job. I gotta go to a new high orientation tomorrow at Amazon, so pray for me there. But like, I quit my job about 2 months ago, man. It was really just a situation, man, like I said in my last video, where they really just use people. And they hire a bunch of felons and come through things, man, and like they don't pay you what you worth and stuff, and like they just try to get out on people. And I ain't one of those people. Like, whatever's going on is going on. I don't mind being of value to the company and doing any and everything I can. But when the next person next to me, who I train, who's only been working there 2 and 3 months, he's worth more to this company than I am, that he deserves a raise. Cool. I mean, hey, shit happens, man. But I've been looking for a job for about 2 months now, and I finally may have a job at Amazon. Jeff Bezos come through for a nigga, man, but it's just crazy the things you gotta go through when you got felonies on your record. I ain't gonna say felonies, when you got felonies. It's a lot. It's crazy, like when especially when you locked up for certain crimes. Like they look at you and see you like so dope or whatever. Like they look at it bad, but it's not as bad. Like, but when you've been to prison for shootings and guns and all that type of stuff, violent stuff, like they look at you a little different. Like, man, who is this guy? What he's up to? And they want you to go in depth about this stuff. And it just seems like a fascination story for them to just hear it. And you tell your story to them, and like that you trying to change and do things, but then you never get a chance. Like, they'll never call you back. They'll never say anything to you again. Or we'll email you or whatever. They don't do it. So, like, man, that's just a difficult situation, man. Like when you in this situation, when you a felon or when you not a convicted felon, before you make that choice, man, like them is the things you gotta think about, because something like 90% of people or something like that go to prison got release dates. They even if the release date is retarded, but let's just say like something, in the next 5 years, hundreds of thousands of people will be released from prison. And that's just retarded saying that number, the hundreds of thousands of people. That just should tell you how many people is locked up in this country, but that's another story for another time. But, like, chances are y'all gonna be coming home soon. Before you even in that situation, like, you can look at somebody, like, that's just been in and out, in and out, in and out of prison, or just did a long-ass stretch in prison, and, like, the shit that they go through. Like, this shit right here came from, just dealing with dumb shit that, why I went to prison, you feel me? And maybe, like I said, man, I'm out here, man, I ain't never been afraid of nothing, man, but God. And I really ain't afraid of God, because, and I don't mean that like I'm not afraid of God. I mean that in a sense of now I try to live my life as righteous as possible. Like I'm not the most, you know, Bible beaten type person, like never do wrong or whatever. Like that's not me. But like I feel like that if I died today, I feel like that I've done enough good that God will shine on me. So I feel like I have no reason to fear him. Not in that sense. But at the same time, you know, like the things, you know, that you go through after prison, especially after a federal prison bid, you know, the supervised release, the probation officers, and you know the time sitting over your head, and like that stuff is a black cloud for you. Like I can't even move, like not even move. Like in the streets, when I say move, like everything I do, like I have to double think it, like triple think it. Like wow, even if it's just the dumbest little decisions, and I make some dumb decisions, man. Like you know, like I told you, I just recently lost my license for drinking and driving. They suspended for a year. I get them back in a year. I gotta go to dip classes. Um, Me and my girlfriend going through a lot, man, and it's just like it's just a lot of things back to back to back to back to back, and it's like putting a lot of pressure on our relationship, and it's really testing it. But I mean, we both come from the same lifestyle, and we know what we was getting into when we was getting into it, and like we fighting and struggling through it no matter what the situation is. But I mean, we get through it. She's still my girlfriend, I'm still a boyfriend. So I mean, like that's just the things that you have to take into consideration. You got to take into consideration the stress that it put on your kids. Like my kids have went through an extremely lot of bullshit since I've been locked up, and I've been locked up all their life. And you know, like when it comes to my baby mom, like I love her to death. She's like she's in the streets. That's all I'm gonna say on that. Like I don't like putting people's business all the way out here that ain't my business. Like this is about me, so I'm not gonna say what she's out there doing. Like, but I wish her the best and what's best for her. But like what she's doing is not what's best for our kids. And I mean, we was kids when we had kids, so I can't really be mad at her. Just like I said, I can't be mad at my mother. My mother, who's been dead and gone now 11 years. Her birthday's coming up in a few days. You know, my mom was 15 when she had me. She had 5 kids before she was 20. Like, she was a kid, you know, so, I mean, the things that I went through as a child, I don't use that as a crutch, because she was a kid, and like as a kid you still think as a kid. I don't care what your age is. They say you grown when you 18. That's only in the eyes of the system, man, for they can railroad people. Like it's a scientifically proven fact that your brain don't stop growing till you 21. And like you know, growing up in the hood, you do all types of things like smoke weed, niggas snort coke, or whatever it is you do, drink lean, pop pills. Like them kill brain cells. So like even at 21, like your brain is still like whoa, like it ain't where it's supposed to be at. And sometimes like it's not even about your brain growing, it's life experiences that makes a person, makes a man, or it makes a woman. So like even at 21, like if you just now, you know, moving out of mama and daddy's house, like you ain't had those life experiences. You know, you could have somebody tell you a lot of things, but until you experience them or kind of go through them, like you don't really truly understand what somebody's telling you. You know, but with that said, on the kids, like I have to apologize to my kids, and I apologize to them a lot. And like my oldest is 14, and like he super understanding, super smart, get A's and B's in school, and I mean he does the normal, you know, get to a U or a D every once in a while. But for the most part, my son's doing good in school. He's doing great. He's definitely passing. But they just went through a situation, you know, down in Kentucky that they ended up in Ohio, and it was a crazy fucked up situation. I mean, I'm glad it didn't go the way it could have went, you know, and like they in a better place now, so I'm thankful for that. But like my kids still tell me like, man, we want to be with you, daddy. And like the pressure that's put on me for that, like to make that happen, to make my kids happy, because they want to be with me. Like they've told me for years, like we want to live with you, daddy. So like that's my job to make it happen. It's a lot of pressure, but like pressure bust pipes or pressure make diamonds. And like I'm trying to make it a diamond. Like I'm definitely not gonna bust. I don't bend break or fold. And like maybe it's a bad mentality, I guess they should say you should bend a little bit in life. Like nah, depending on the situation, maybe, but with certain rules and core like mentalities, core fundamentals of life, like nah, you don't bend break or fold those. And like right now, the pressure on me to have my kids in a better situation, the pressure on me to make sure that I don't return to prison to hurt my kids or hurt those that love me is high. Like it's a high pressure. Like I'm a high pressure pipe. So last time I was riding, I was talking to you. I was riding with the homie G and stuff, and like me and him was talking, and he was saying some stuff, and like I didn't really get the video like I really wanted to. Like I said, I really just started this. I'm doing all this on my phone. I ain't editing videos, so all this is live. Recorded right now. As soon as I'm finished recording it, I'm not even ready to watch it. I'm ready to post it, and like that's what it is, because I'm speaking from the heart in all these videos. So like only real niggas will respect this shit. Only real niggas will understand this shit. Like people who done been through this, people who will understand my struggle. Those are the people I'm talking to. But I'm also talking to the people who's coming from my struggle and ain't been where I've been at. And like I said, even if I could just say one person, the pain, the agony of what I've been through, then it was worth it. Like I was saying in my very first video and like a couple videos ago that I was gonna try to show y'all some of my stab wounds, man, or whatever. And like I ain't really figured that out, but I got my camera posted up. I got my phone posted up right now. So let's see what I can get for y'all, man. See what y'all can see, man. This mark right here, man. This is where the doctor put the tube in my chest. Like when the doctor's ready to put this tube in my chest, like. I'm like, man, you gotta do this, and he's like, yeah, I don't do it, you'll be dead in 45 minutes. You shouldn't have been conscious when you came in my hospital room, Let's see what else I can show you, man. All these little marks right here, man. Right here is a stab wound. Right here is a stab wound. Right here. It's a stab wound, and maybe y'all can see it. It's one right here in the middle of my back. That's like maybe this far from my spine. And when I say this far, I mean this far. People like I could have been paralyzed. I could have been killed. Thank God I wasn't. But it's just the things you go through, man. So like, like I lost my license, man. And the things that continue to snowball effect from me going to prison and messing my life up from the choices that I made. Like it's continuing to snowball. And I ain't letting it break me though. Like just today, like me and my girl finally got to a decent place where we talking or whatever, you feel me? And then out the blue, she's like, I got a ticket, this and that, and I'm like, what are you talking about? And, I was speeding. I was doing 34 and a 25 or something. I don't know, man. Whatever. Camera caught me and whatever. You feel me? Obviously, it was me because she don't go to Akron. I go to Akron. If she's in Akron, she's in Akron with me. So, I mean, that is what that is. I ain't tripping about it though. So, like, I deal with it. But it's just like it's a snowball effect, like how it affected her, it affected me, like financially and all that. And like it's just the continued graduation of little dumb bullshit. But you gotta stand strong and make it through things, man. You don't let things in life break you to the point where you just give up. Like I know a lot of people do. A lot of people kill themselves. I had a best friend kill himself. And I was mad at him for the longest time over it. And until I talked to his mom, and she was like, I was mad at him too, but you know, I got to talking to people, and you know, like I guess like counselors or whoever it was she was talking to, like, but she imparted some knowledge on me, like you can never understand what a person is going through mentally, ever. Like a person can tell you something, but everything can't be put into words. No matter how hard you try, no matter how hard you feel about it, like them is like words are words, like and feelings are feelings, and it's not a word for every feeling. It's not an emoji for every feeling. Like it is what it is, man. And you just don't let it break you. You don't let it crush you to the point where you give up on life. Like you fight and you struggle through things, and that's what life after prison is. Like for me, it's a continuous struggle not to fall back into the life that I was in. Like it's a continuous struggle not to sell dope, not to go get a gun. It's a continuous struggle. Um, like I said, I quit my job, and like that was me at my breaking point with them. But you know, it was a struggle staying there as long as I did. Not just because of how they treat people, but just having a job. Period. Like street nigga. Like I didn't have no job. Like I had a job as a teenager, like get my first check or two, and I'm like gone. Like boom. So I mean, whatever, man. You know, but thing is, man, I just wanted to holler at y'all. Like I said, I use this for therapy right now, man, and until you know everything comes together, we get all this music stuff going, man, and we get to moving around. I'm in Ohio and Cleveland. I told y'all it's cold all the fucking time up here, especially in the winter time. But like, you know, it's March, spring should be coming up. I don't know how they gonna carry with this coronavirus shit going around. I don't care about it, but obviously the whole world do. But I mean, we still gonna get into other things, man. That's the whole point, man. Just stay tuned. Fuck with your boy, man. You hear it now. I got 16 subscribers. Don't know who you are. I know a couple of y'all, but like the point is, these 16 people right now who subscribe to my channel and watch me and support me and respect me, man. Y'all gonna be the people that I'm talking to if I ever do make it big. I ain't gonna be with the bandwagon. I remember who was there from day one. It's your boy Quick. Catch up with y'all later on, man. Much love. Talk to y'all next time.